In the small town of Ravenswood, nestled deep in the mist-shrouded hills, there was an old mansion known as Blackthorn Manor. Its crumbling facade loomed over the town like a silent sentinel, its windows boarded up and its gardens overgrown with weeds that whispered secrets of the past. Legend had it that the mansion was cursed, a place where darkness dwelled and where those who dared to enter never returned. But one stormy night, a group of friends gathered around a campfire, sharing tales of bravery and daring. Among them was Alex, a thrill-seeker who scoffed at the town's superstitions, and Emma, who harbored a fascination with the supernatural. As the wind howled and rain lashed against the forest canopy, the group dared each other to spend the night in Blackthorn Manor. Fueled by a mix of bravado and curiosity, they set out into the night, their flashlights cutting through the thick fog that blanketed the mansion's grounds. The heavy wooden door groaned as they pushed it open, revealing a grand foyer choked with dust and cobwebs. The air was stale, carrying with it a scent of decay and something far more sinister. Alex led the way, his footsteps echoing loudly against the marble floors, while Emma captured every creak and whisper on her handheld recorder. They explored room after room, each one more decrepit and unsettling than the last. Furniture lay overturned, portraits of long-forgotten ancestors gazed down with empty eyes, and mirrors reflected distorted images that seemed to shift when no one was looking. As they ventured deeper into the mansion's labyrinthine corridors, they stumbled upon a locked door hidden at the end of a narrow hallway. Determined to uncover the mansion's secrets, Alex produced a set of old keys he had found in the foyer and tried them one by one until one finally turned with a rusty click. The door swung open with a mournful creak, revealing a staircase that descended into darkness. The group exchanged nervous glances, their resolve wavering as they hesitated on the threshold of the unknown. But driven by a mixture of fear and adrenaline, they descended into the depths below. The air grew colder with each step, and the stairs seemed to stretch endlessly into the abyss. Just as they were about to turn back, they reached a landing that opened into a vast, forgotten chamber, a place untouched by time and cloaked in an oppressive silence. In the center of the chamber stood an ornate pedestal, upon which rested a single, flickering candle. Its feeble light cast dancing shadows on the walls, revealing symbols and markings etched into the stone floor, a language older than memory, a testament to rituals long forgotten. Emma's recorder crackled with static as she approached the pedestal, her breath catching in her throat. She felt a presence in the room, a weighty presence that seemed to press against her chest and cloud her thoughts. With trembling hands, she reached out to touch the candle, its flame flickering as if responding to her touch. Suddenly, a chilling wind swept through the chamber, extinguishing the candle's flame in an instant. Darkness descended like a suffocating cloak, and the group found themselves enveloped in an impenetrable blackness that seemed to swallow their very souls. Panic erupted as they groped blindly for an escape, their screams echoing off the chamber walls. Shadows twisted and contorted around them, taking on grotesque forms that reached out with ghostly fingers. Emma's recorder emitted a piercing shriek, drowning out their cries as it captured the otherworldly sounds that filled the void. Just as they feared they would be lost to the darkness forever, a faint glimmer of light appeared, a faint, distant glow that beckoned them back to reality. With renewed desperation, they stumbled towards it, clawing their way through the suffocating darkness until they emerged back into the mansion's foyer. Gasping for breath and drenched in sweat, they collapsed onto the cold marble floor, their minds reeling from the horrors they had witnessed. They fled from Blackthorn Manor that night, never to return, but the memory of their ordeal haunted them for the rest of their days. And as for Blackthorn Manor, it remained a place of whispered legend, a testament to the darkness that lurks in forgotten corners, waiting for those who dare to seek its secrets. Years passed since that fateful night at Blackthorn Manor, but the events of that stormy evening continued to haunt Alex, Emma, and their friends. They had all moved away from Ravenswood, seeking solace in the bustling anonymity of city life, yet the memory of the mansion's malevolent presence lingered in their nightmares. Alex, once the skeptic who scoffed at superstitions, found himself plagued by visions of twisted shadows and echoing whispers. He became withdrawn, his once bold demeanor replaced by a nervous unease that his friends could sense but never fully understand. Emma, too, struggled to reconcile her fascination with the supernatural with the horrifying reality they had experienced. She poured herself into research, scouring obscure texts and ancient lore in a desperate attempt to make sense of the symbols they had seen in the chamber beneath Blackthorn Manor. Their friends spoke of similar afflictions, sleepless nights haunted by spectral apparitions, inexplicable bouts of dread, and an unshakable feeling that they were being watched by unseen eyes. Some sought therapy, while others turned to substances to numb the lingering fear that gnawed at their souls. But it was Emma who refused to let go of the mystery. She became obsessed with the symbols etched in the chamber, convinced they held the key to understanding the darkness that had consumed Blackthorn Manor. Her apartment became a cluttered sanctuary of books, notes, and half-formed theories, illuminated by the flickering glow of her laptop screen late into the night. One day, a letter arrived, an invitation to a paranormal conference in a distant town known for its ties to occult research. Emma saw it as an opportunity, a chance to connect with experts who might shed light on the enigma that had plagued her since that fateful night in Ravenswood. With trepidation and a renewed sense of purpose, Emma boarded a train bound for the conference, leaving behind the familiar skyline of her city and the weight of unanswered questions. The journey took her through winding valleys and mist-covered mountains, each mile bringing her closer to the town that promised answers. The conference was held in an old, ivy-covered building that exuded an air of scholarly reverence. Emma found herself among like-minded individuals, parapsychologists, historians of the arcane, and amateur investigators who shared tales of haunted places and unexplained phenomena. Among them was Dr. Samuel Hawthorne, a renowned occult historian whose lectures drew eager crowds. Emma approached him cautiously, sharing fragments of her experience at Blackthorn Manor and showing him the symbols she had painstakingly transcribed from memory. Dr. Hawthorne's eyes widened as he examined the symbols, his fingers tracing the intricate lines with a scholar's precision. He spoke of ancient rites and forgotten rituals, of a cult that had once practiced dark arts in the hidden corners of the world, leaving behind cryptic clues and malevolent energies that lingered in places touched by their influence. With each word, Emma's sense of unease deepened. She realized that the chamber beneath Blackthorn Manor had been a sanctuary for the cult's rituals, a portal to realms beyond mortal understanding, where entities of unfathomable darkness dwelled. Dr. Hawthorne warned her of the dangers of delving too deep into the unknown, of awakening forces that should remain undisturbed. But Emma was driven by a need for closure, for answers that could banish the shadows that haunted her dreams and tormented her thoughts. Armed with Dr. Hawthorne's guidance and a renewed determination, Emma returned to Ravenswood, determined to confront the darkness that had taken root in Blackthorn Manor. She reunited with Alex and their friends, sharing her findings and convincing them to join her in one last expedition, a final attempt to unravel the mansion's mysteries and lay the spirits to rest. Under the cover of another stormy night, they returned to Ravenswood and stood before Blackthorn Manor once more. The mansion loomed over them, its broken windows gaping like empty eyes, and its walls whispered secrets of ages past. Together, they descended into the mansion's depths, following the path that had led them to the chamber years before. With each step, the air grew heavier, charged with a palpable malevolence that sent shivers down their spines. They reached the chamber at the heart of the mansion, a place of shadows and silence, where the symbols carved into the stone floor seemed to pulse with a sinister energy. Emma and her friends formed a circle, their hands clasped tightly as they recited words of protection and defiance against the darkness. Suddenly, the chamber trembled, and the air crackled with an otherworldly chill. Shadows coalesced into shapeless forms that writhed and twisted, their unearthly wails filling the chamber with a cacophony of despair and rage. But Emma stood firm, her voice steady as she confronted the spirits that had tormented them for so long. She spoke of understanding and forgiveness, of releasing the bonds that tethered them to this world and allowing them to find peace in the afterlife. Slowly, the shadows began to dissipate, their cries fading into the ether. The symbols on the floor glowed with a faint, ethereal light before fading into obscurity, leaving behind only a lingering sense of stillness and calm. As they emerged from Blackthorn Manor for the final time, Emma and her friends felt a weight lift from their shoulders, a sense of closure and redemption that they had long sought. The mansion stood silent and still behind them, its dark legacy finally laid to rest. And though the scars of their ordeal would forever mark them, they walked away with a newfound strength, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable darkness. As Emma, Alex, and their friends emerged from the depths of Blackthorn Manor, they were met with the first rays of dawn breaking through the storm clouds. The air around them felt lighter, cleansed of the oppressive darkness that had haunted the mansion for so long. They stood together, breathing in the cool morning air, their hearts finally free from the grip of fear and uncertainty. The town of Ravenswood awakened slowly around them, oblivious to the profound events that had transpired within the walls of the old mansion. For Emma and her friends, however, the night had been a transformative journey, a journey that had tested their courage, challenged their beliefs, and ultimately brought them closer together in a bond forged by shared adversity. In the days that followed, the group found solace in each other's company. They gathered around Emma's kitchen table, recounting their experiences, sharing their fears, and marveling at the newfound peace that settled over them like a comforting blanket. Emma continued her research, piecing together the fragments of knowledge she had gained from Dr. Hawthorne and applying it to unraveling other mysteries of the supernatural. She wrote letters to the parapsychologists she had met at the conference, exchanging theories and insights that expanded her understanding of the occult. Alex, once the skeptic who had dared to scoff at superstitions, found himself drawn to the study of ancient texts and arcane symbols. He began to see the world through a different lens, recognizing that there were forces beyond human comprehension, forces that demanded respect and caution. As for their other friends, they each found their own paths to healing. Some sought solace in nature, finding peace in the quiet serenity of the countryside. Others turned to art and creativity, channeling their emotions into expressions that spoke of their journey through darkness and into the light. Months passed, and Ravenswood began to shed its reputation as a town haunted by its own secrets. The stories of Blackthorn Manor faded into distant memory, replaced by whispers of resilience and the power of friendship that had triumphed over malevolent forces. But Emma couldn't forget the lessons she had learned or the bonds she had forged in the depths of that ancient mansion. She visited the site periodically, offering silent prayers for the spirits that had found release and gratitude for the peace that now reigned within its walls. One crisp autumn evening, Emma stood before Blackthorn Manor one last time. The moon hung low in the sky, casting a silvery glow over the weathered stones and tangled vines that adorned the mansion's facade. She closed her eyes and took a deep breath, feeling a sense of closure wash over her like a gentle wave. In that moment, she felt a presence, a whisper of gratitude and farewell that seemed to emanate from the very foundations of the old mansion. It was as if the spirits of Blackthorn Manor had found their way home, their restless souls finally at peace. With a smile on her face and a heart full of memories, Emma turned away from Blackthorn Manor for the final time. As she walked back towards the town, the echoes of her footsteps seemed to blend with the rustling of leaves and the soft sigh of the wind, a symphony of peace and renewal that echoed the journey of courage and redemption she had undertaken. And so, the tale of Blackthorn Manor came to a close, a story of darkness confronted, bonds strengthened, and souls set free. In the annals of Ravenswood's history, it would be remembered not as a place of fear and despair, but as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring power of hope in the face of the unknown. As Emma walked away from Blackthorn Manor, a sense of calm and closure settled deep within her. The weight that had burdened her since that stormy night had finally lifted, replaced by a profound sense of peace and fulfillment. The echoes of their ordeal still lingered in her mind, but they no longer held power over her. Over the following weeks, Emma found herself drawn to nature, seeking solace in the quietude of the surrounding forests and the gentle rhythm of the town's everyday life. She spent hours wandering the trails, photographing the changing leaves as autumn settled in, and reflecting on the journey that had brought her to this place of newfound tranquility. Meanwhile, Alex had immersed himself in the study of ancient occult texts and symbols. He frequented libraries and bookshops, seeking out rare manuscripts and scholarly works that shed light on the supernatural forces they had encountered. His once skeptical mind now thirsted for knowledge, driven by a desire to understand the mysteries that had unfolded in Blackthorn Manor. One evening, Emma received a letter from Dr. Samuel Hawthorne, the occult historian they had met at the paranormal conference. In it, he commended her for her courage and determination in confronting the darkness of Blackthorn Manor. He shared insights from his own research, offering interpretations of the symbols they had discovered and guidance on further avenues of exploration. Inspired by Dr. Hawthorne's encouragement, Emma delved deeper into her studies. She connected with other researchers and investigators who shared her passion for the paranormal, exchanging ideas and theories that expanded her understanding of the supernatural forces that permeated the world. As winter approached, Ravenswood became blanketed in snow, transforming the town into a serene winter wonderland. Emma and Alex gathered with their friends around crackling fires, sharing stories and laughter that echoed through the frosty air. The scars of their ordeal had healed, replaced by a bond forged through adversity and strengthened by the knowledge they had gained. One night, as they sat together beneath a starlit sky, Alex spoke of a discovery he had made, a forgotten journal belonging to a former resident of Blackthorn Manor. The journal spoke of strange occurrences and unexplained phenomena witnessed within the mansion's walls, hinting at a history far darker than anyone in Ravenswood had imagined. Driven by curiosity and a shared determination to uncover the truth, Emma and Alex embarked on a new quest, to piece together the fragmented history of Blackthorn Manor and uncover the secrets buried within its decaying walls. They combed through archives, interviewed elderly townsfolk who still remembered tales of the mansion's past, and sifted through dusty records that revealed a lineage of tragedy and misfortune. Their research led them to startling revelations, a tale of betrayal and obsession, of ancient rituals and forbidden knowledge that had drawn the mansion's inhabitants into a web of darkness. Emma documented their findings meticulously, piecing together a narrative that spanned centuries and crossed boundaries between the mundane and the supernatural. As spring blossomed in Ravenswood, Emma and Alex stood once more before Blackthorn Manor. Armed with the knowledge they had gathered and the resilience they had cultivated, they ventured into the mansion's depths one final time. With each step, they felt a sense of reverence for the spirits that had lingered within, their presence a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit and the mysteries that still remained. Inside the chamber where they had once confronted shadows and whispers, Emma and Alex placed candles and symbols of protection, a gesture of respect and gratitude for the spirits that had guided them on their journey. The air was charged with a quiet reverence as they bid farewell to the mansion that had shaped their lives in ways they could never have imagined. And as they emerged from Blackthorn Manor for the last time, the sun bathed the landscape in golden light, casting long shadows that seemed to dance with joy. Emma and Alex walked side by side, their hearts filled with a deep sense of fulfillment and gratitude for the journey that had led them here. Back in Ravenswood, they shared their findings with the townsfolk, offering closure to those who had long harbored fears and suspicions about the mansion's dark past. The story of Blackthorn Manor became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the dangers of delving too deeply into mysteries best left undisturbed, but also a testament to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of the unknown. And as the years passed, Blackthorn Manor faded into obscurity, its secrets buried once more beneath layers of time and memory. But for Emma and Alex, the lessons they had learned and the bonds they had forged remained etched in their hearts, a testament to the enduring power of courage, friendship, and the pursuit of truth. As they stood together on the hill overlooking Ravenswood, Emma and Alex knew that their journey was far from over. New mysteries awaited, new adventures beckoned, and the spirit of Blackthorn Manor would forever be a part of their story. A story of courage, redemption, and the enduring triumph of light over darkness. And so, the tale of Emma, Alex, and Blackthorn Manor came to a close. A story that had begun in fear and uncertainty, but had blossomed into a journey of discovery and healing. In the annals of Ravenswood's history, it would be remembered not as a tale of horror, but as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the transformative power of facing one's fears.